Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Taekwondo. My name is Petra Verbruggen, and you will see that right here in just a bit. There you go. Of course, it is Taekwondo Live, typically on a Saturday. However, that was not possible this Saturday because I had something really, really awesome to do. And we're going to talk about the full episode of today. And I'm really curious if you like this kind of style of show. I thought it was really cool to at least to think about it and to start it up. But before I do that, just a quick hello to everybody who is live and direct on Tuesday. So not on the standard day of Saturday, of course, like always, but now on a different day. We see MT, who's really he was there early this time around. He was there already at 5:50 p.m. At this moment it's 7 o'clock. I hear that my voice is a little bit gone, but that's okay. I also see that Garrett is in the house, and hello to everybody, which I really, really enjoy seeing you guys talking amongst yourselves, because we have a really nice community of producers, and definitely we have one big producer today in the show. I see also Emerald, audio, visual. Welcome, good evening. He says, well, indeed, good evening to you as well. Eric is also in the house. Welcome all the way from Rochester, New York. Really appreciate you for being here. But something was not going well. A plumbing issue, it seemed. So that was a bit of a bummer from that perspective. All the way from Aachen, I also see Connie. Welcome. Appreciate you for taking the time on this beautiful Tuesday. Raul is in the house, and I think that I am roughly at the... I almost have everybody. Indeed, I almost forgot TVJ. Welcome. Appreciate you for being here live and direct. Yeah, like I said, I could not make it earlier on than today, due to the fact that I was actually with somebody else last Saturday, and it's really time to introduce my guest, and I will do that right now. Welcome, Andre. Oh, there you go. Andre, you're in. Yeah.
Hello, Petra. How are you doing?
I am doing very, very well.
Good.
Great to see you again, even though it's just a few days, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were very happy to see you over there. We know each other now for a couple of years, and I invited you, but then COVID kicked in. So it took us a long time for us to welcome you in our sporting venue in Top at Sassenheim.
Yeah, let's explain this a little bit to the people
Yeah,
that are alive. So first and foremost, indeed, I know Andre, but I know him from a special place in our hearts. It's called
yes.
IBC. It's the, let's say, European version of the NAB. I was part of the vMix team back in 2019, I believe. And that's when I saw Andre, I think, for the first time. And then he said, Petra, you need to come and see what we're doing. This is going to be absolutely mind-boggling. And I was like, yeah, we need to do that. And then COVID happened, so it took quite some time, and we saw each other this last September, and we reignited our ideas. Last Saturday was the day that I could finally go and see you and see what you are doing there, all the way
It
on
took
the
you
other
long.
side of the Netherlands.
It took you literally a long time, Petra. 2 hours in the car, and now and a couple of years for us to welcome you at Top. Yeah.
Yeah, that is indeed the case. I'm trying to give you a little bit more volume, but that's okay. I'll fix it on my end, Andre. Just don't worry about it. Um, anyway, Andre, can you please tell something about yourself, who you are, what does Top actually do?
Okay, I'm Andre. I'm 50 years of age. I'm still young at mind, I think. I live in Sassheim, the Netherlands. And Sassenheim, the Netherlands, uh, has a korfball community. 12 years ago, Top Sassheim was in the korfball league and won their first championship in Rotterdam Ahoy. fully crowded with over 10,000 people. And from that time on, I thought, well, um, let's go have a look inside of Top. And I walked into a room where two people sat, Ronald Hogevorst and Ad Slobbe. And I thought, well, let me ask what they are doing there. And they were making a live stream. Over 10 years ago, that was not very professional, but we were one of the few clubs that had one, and so we're very proud of that. And from then on, I started. I started with Ad and Ronald to get some more professionality in the club, and I wrote an email to our bestuur. I don't know what it's called in English, but asking for some money to really update our equipment. And Ad and Ronald worked very hard until now. So I got the hands on each other for upgrading our crew and updating our equipment. And then I started really involving in the video crew. From that time on, I started to acquire some people, and Theo joined, and Frans was already there mostly doing camera work. Theo, he started to building our network. So we gathered a lot of people around the video crew, or in the video crew, as you can say, to fill all important positions. So we are making a live stream of our sport, which is a really Dutch sport. It's called Korfbal, but it's been played in over 78 countries now. We have European tournaments, we have all kind of tournaments everywhere around the world. But we have to say that the Belgium and the Dutch are the main players. They're the best of the world. So typically the final of those international tournaments goes between those two countries. But we have two leagues now in the Netherlands. Finally, we've got three leagues. We have a Korfbal League, we have Korfbal League 2, and we have the Reserve Korfbal League, and we all those clubs stream their streams to a sporting platform that's called Icons. And that there all the streams are gathered in one particular place, so that people can find those streams and watch them. And this weekend, you have to know that the Korfbal competition has a summer season, then a full venue season, it's inside, and a half outdoor season again. So our season in the venues is 5.5 months, and we are now at the ending stage of our competition. So playing round 18 of the Kenons Korfbal League, which is the highest Korfbal league. And last weekend we played our 18th game. So we won, by the way, and we're now playing playoffs. Maybe we are still in a position that we can enter the Korfbal League, the Kenons Korfbal League again. But if you really ask me, I don't think we're ready for that yet. But it's good that we have a very young team, and they can learn from those playoffs. Very good. So that's a little bit of an introduction. I always say I'm the proud foreman of a big crew that is streaming those games. Our crew is over 15, 16, 17 people. And Petra will show us what we do in just a short while, so everybody can have a look at our production, which I think is really good. We use vMix, that's very nice to use. It gives us all we need to make this kind of productions.
Yeah, indeed, I was blown away, and I think that also some people are already blown, even though we didn't really talk about the kit yet. But people are already extremely impressed. By 10 years ago you started, and that's a long time if it comes to live streaming, and I tend to agree with that. And MT also says it sounds like a really big deal. And yes, Korfbal in the Netherlands is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and I can tell you that that this weekend we hit over 1 million stream starts for the competition that is taking only 5.5 months. And we are hoping that we have 250,000 more. So our ending closing notes will be about 1.25 million stream starts for the whole competitions. Yeah.
Boom. Those are the numbers that we're interested in, right?
Yeah.
Um, hey, Andre, I want to. I mean, of course, I know already a little bit of the anecdotes about it, but I really would like you to briefly mention how you came about to work with vMix.
Oh, that's a long story because we use vMix a long time. Hanno Lauwhuis, he is from PKC, one of the biggest korfbal clubs in the Netherlands. We started working together in I think 2011, 2012, and yeah, we really needed some um, some software to run our shows with. And well, he came up with vMix, which was then the very first commercial edition. Martin Sinclair built it actually for his church
Yeah.
because there was no software around. And well, he started just building software for live streaming. And we then bought 12 licenses. Very in the early beginning, I think we started with vMix 7 or 8. That's a very long time ago. And yeah, so Hanno bought those 10 licenses, and we kicked off in the whole Korfbal League. All the clubs uses them, and now we have a community of, I think, over 45 clubs that uses vMix.
Boom. There you go. So yeah, so that is impressive, and what is also impressive is that you might think that they're only using, I'm talking to the audience, that they're only using one vMix license. That's not the case.
No, no,
We're
no, we're
doing
not using one vMix license. We have several at top. If it comes to our production, but we will see that right away because I know Petra got some videos for us.
Yeah.
But we have 3 main vMix instances running at our production time. We have a big beamer in our venue. That one is operated by Theo, and we have a live streaming license which is running that is being operated by Ronald Hogevorst.
Yeah.
And we have one separate for our graphics. So we're running 3 instances at a time for making this production.
Yeah. Impressive. Let me show you a quick video that I made just for the people at home to understand what is Korfbal all about. I just did a quick overview on the game itself, and you might already spot some things in the backdrop, but I leave it to you, Andre, to maybe give a bit of a context with what people are seeing.
Yeah. Now this is Korfbal. Korfbal is being played by a team of 8. And it's divided in boys and girls, so we are gender equality. They can do one or the other. So 4 we can play in 2 halves. We have an attack one and a defending one. And you see here, you cannot run with the ball. It looks a bit like basketball, but you cannot walk with the ball. You cannot dribble. You have to pass. And boys or girls are equal, so they have 2 boys and 2 girls on one either end of the pitch.
Yeah, awesome. So let's also start to talk about the setup. I have 3 videos ready for you to talk about. One is about the interview setting. The other one is about the tagging, Andre. So I'm gonna leave it to you what you want to talk about. Yeah. And then I've got something about a chair. But I want to do that as last one because that's like the top-notch thingy that you built yourself, which is like amazingly cool. So what do you want to talk about first?
What do you prefer, Petra? It's
Let
your show, so
let's
you start the videos. Yeah.
okay. Let's talk about the DJ and the tagging
Yeah.
setup that we have right here.
Yeah, what you see here is our Go tunes. They're operated by Thomas. First, your left, you see, yeah, just a mixer. And then at the left-hand side, you see our commentary position. You see also that we have an NDI stream, which is on output one, so that the commentary can see all the instant replays. And usually there are two of them. Also, much like boys and girl, because it's a boys and girl sport. I like to have a boy and a girl as a commenter, but most time I must say honestly that there are two boys sitting on those two chairs, and we have goal tunes. So if everybody, if one either player score, we have something going on before the season started. Thomas gathers all the favorite parts of music that players wants to be heard when they score. And you see there we control that all via a Kai MIDI controller with a virtual DJ on a PC and a mixer at the middle. And then we are moving to the right-hand side. Okay, we got live statistics. Two people are sitting there because the game goes so fast. We have a caller and somebody who is entering all the statistics from the game into a PC. If we come later on in the broadcast, you will see also that we wrote a piece of software that talks to that PC over that. We call that the vMix adapter. It's been made by Hanno Lohuis at PKC. So we trigger some events as there's been a score, the guy who enters the score from the player, and then that triggers an event that will run on our graphics PC and shows a picture of the player that scored with their statistics from that game live in an animated graphic.
Yeah.
That is what we do.
Unfortunately, I do not have a video on that topic, but I did see it, and it was extremely interesting to see how it's organized. It's just connecting to a database, I think SQL, Access database, and it's then just pushing API calls to vMix, and it works like a charm, and it's like so unbelievably professional.
Yeah, we see all those graphics coming from out of that PC, and that API is really to a great value to us because, well, there's a guy making a stream in a one-man stream. Petra is also doing that now, but it really helps to lower our staff, and it comes fully automatically on the events that we trigger. Comes fully automatically shows us those graphics.
Yeah. About analytics, etc. You also have like an interview area that you actually can talk to people. So let's show that quickly. So
we have
that area. Yep.
Yeah, we have a pre-game, a between game, and an after game presenting area. This is our backdrop. Those are the sponsors of top. All of those squares are 1080 in 1080 to 1920, and all of the screen is also that, so that it is a full picture, and we can zoom in and then literally go to the gray areas and then make a 1920 to 1080 square, so that every partner from top will be shown equally. Yeah.
And then what I also like is this part right there.
Yeah, Petra found it astonishing. Because Tessa Hielkema is our presenter, and she is a short lady. And korfballers are much like 2 meters high, 190 to 2 meters. And then she's looking like a dwarf. That is not what we want. So we I prepared what we call an opstapje. So she shows about 12 centimeters higher than she really is. But then the perspectives in the screen in our stream doesn't look if the players all look down on her. I don't really like that. So
No, no,
she
no.
steps up there. Yeah,
You say that correctly. I don't really like it because you built that, right?
yeah, I built it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and I think that you're actually very good at carpeting yourself. I have seen, so this is a
yeah,
nice bridge to the next
yeah.
topic.
Thanks.
And you really need to explain what people are seeing right now.
Okay, it is a game of Korfbal again. There's Ronald in the background. He is the main producer of the live stream. But what we see here is our video chat. Because of our venue is so small, it is way too small, and we have only 1 meter, 1.5 meter at the side that players can run off, have their run off. So if we put our camera down, all people will be in front of our camera, and I thought of a way how can we prevent this. So I built this chair from garden wood. I planned this all together and made a really nice sitting for our cameramen with a big screen, 29-inch monitor, which goes HDMI out to there, and yeah, our cameras all Sony's PXW 180s, so they can run it there. And you see the remote control. What you can see, oh, you see it just a little bit, just down the monitor. We have tally lights also. It's now on 4 squares, and that means that the tally light is connected, but it's not in preview or in live on vMix. So this is our video chair. Somebody is sitting over there and filming the game on a 2.5 meter height so that people can walk in front, and we connect everything. There's a 22-volt output, and you can see at the left-hand side, we all build these boxes so we can connect our SDI outputs, which goes immediately to our upstairs directing room.
There you go.
Yeah, we run about 8.5 kilometers of cable in our venue. We can do all kinds of productions. We have HDMI over Ethernet on 6 positions. We have on 7 positions run SDI coax. So we can connect our cameras everywhere. And when a regional broadcaster, that is the NOS in the Netherlands, comes to our venue to record or have a live game, we actually sit at the opposite side of the venue, because on our pitch there are so many lines that Korfbal floor is being laid out especially for that game, and then it's a little bit off center, so we all sit at the back side, and then we can see the crowd. But that is now not the case. We are filming against the behind wall, and that is not so nice, but we cannot do it other way.
Well, I see people are acting, so awesome build. Of course, we're talking about the chair because it's really, really cool. And also the cabling is really impressive. People are saying right there. And I agree. It's I've seen how high it is, how much space you have, how much cable length that you have, but it's not only that sporting arena, but it's also the business canteen, restaurant area, lounge area. That's also you can also have videos right there as well. I've heard.
Yeah, we have a social media team which is running all our social media. And then after a game, I cut out the most important things. I could lose our interviews at the end so people can watch them separately.
Yeah.
But also we have a monthly program which is called Top Insights, which we show to the people what is going on our club, and that we have in our other canteen. And just recently we pulled 3 SDI cables to that part of our venue as well, so we can be live in a very short time. I think about well, if somebody calls me now, or I have to enter the show, this will take around half an hour more, but normally we can be live in about 45 minutes. Yeah.
We have a question from MT that we only showed him one camera, but of course that's not the case. There are multiple
No,
cameras
no.
on the field.
Yeah, we have about 10 cameras. Five of those are manned. So we have one camera for an overview that is always done by Frans. We have a left camera just on the height of the pitch of the Korf. That's run by Eric. And we have a right camera that is not been manned by one, but mostly by more men. Nick is doing it. Vincent is doing it. We have a multiple cameraman. We have above the pitch, just above the Korf, we have two dome cameras. We have two cameras pointed out on the crowd, and we have one camera in the speaking room of our top one team. So if they go half time, we can show them how they are talking to the coach. There's no audio there, so our appointed cannot hear what they're saying. So that we have 10 cameras at our venue, which we control, and we have a studio camera that you saw, and a walking cam as well, so that we can go to the at the timeout, we can walk out to the team and hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that you already explained it a little bit, but one question that we have: what kind of cameras are you using?
We are Sony addicts, so all of our cameras are the portable ones, and the stationary cameras we have are all Sonys. We use PXW 190. We have a PXW 90 and HXR 2500 that I use in the studio because that's a really static screen. There are only two people standing, but for the game we have those cameras are 4K, but we are broadcasting in 1080p 50.
Yeah. Thanks. I would like to go now to the room where everything is happening.
Yeah.
Why is it popping up the whole time? I think that I have something of subscribing or something related on, but before I show it, I just want to just a very quick video. This on the left hand side is where the room is, where everything is happening, and this is just a establishing shot so that you are aware of where we are in just a bit. And once I will start the video, I will occasionally just stop the video just for you to explain to people what people see, because it's jam-packed with equipment. It's jam-packed with everything that's going on there. And of course, people, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below what you want to expand upon, or any other questions. I will be looking also into your requests, but please be aware that we will try to fit in as much as possible in the next couple of minutes. So here goes nothing. This is the room.
This is our director room. What you now see is Frans. He is our main cameraman. He always is there. And you can see that during COVID, we had to divide this all up because there's far too many men in this room now. Just behind there, stop the video again or go back a little bit, Petra. Then you can see that we have those three vMix instances at the left. The first one is our graphics PC. The middle one is our beamer screen, and the one next to there is our stream PC. And those white green cables, you see how those connections to that other part of the venue. Those are our SDI screens, and what you see at the right above hand side is that is actually icons where we broadcast our transmission to, so our director can have a look if we are live, yes or no. Here you see also the Sony camera. Also, the guy is not looking at that little screen on the camera, but we installed the 29-inch monitor so he can have a good overview of the pitch. And next to that, you can start the video, Petra, and we can have a little bit of look around. So here you see left Theo and right Frans at just an ordinary monitor connected to the camera. And then we have our positions divided into two main parts. The first position you see over here is Theo. He is the director of the main screen, and you will see that will be shown later on in a shot. Here you can see our vMix instance with instant replay. Those two screens above each other are from Theo, so he can direct, and he's got a big third screen, but that is a Beamer 6 meters to 3.5 screen hanging in our venue. And next to that, you can also see that those are our main graphics from our scoreboard. We show other information on the big screen, which you can now see at your left-hand side, at our big screen in the venue, because we want to have more informational there. And this is our live streaming gig that will be controlled by a Stream Deck to start everything. And we control it via a Kai MIDI controller. You see at the left-hand side, there's a mixer. We've got a lot of those actually, because we do not have digital audio, because I think digital audio will de-maximize the men that understand that, and we've got everything just normal audio cables that run through our venue. And that is the end mixer where Ronald mixes all the incoming signals. And there above you see our instant replay, this is also the game of our second team. This isn't the full production. Normally Gerben is right there next to Ronald to control the instant replay, and he is so innovative with that right after the game we have game highlights, and he makes a video of that, and we can publish that to our channels also. And we're turning to our backside. That's the platform we are sending it to. That's called Icons. Just a little screen to make sure that we are live. And what you see now, those are our 3 PCs.
What kind of CPUs are those?
They're all i9 Extremes. They are really beasts. And since we're doing nearly everything on SDI, if you go a little bit further, Petra, you will see that we got some splitters to make it accessible to all PCs we use. There you got them. We got 1 in, 8 out, and we got a lot of those. And also a decimator that we want so we can alter some basic stuff. And what you see here down is the audio to our commentary, our main mixer. There are all the audio signals coming in. And what you see there on the left of the mixer is the receiver from the mobile camera. So if they're having a timeout, we can use the camera on the walking cam, and we can mix it in here. So we've got two people doing commentary, and in our studio we have 4 microphones, one for the analyst, 1 for the presenter, and 2 for our guests, which are mainly the coaches and players. And all this audio has been mixed over here, and it's just plain audio.
Yeah, I'm going back to show that, but that's okay. We're going to go back.
Yeah,
This one is also
yeah.
interesting.
This is our graphic screen. So what you see here is the top IA Fresh, which is our sponsor name, plays de Alto Klaverblad and this is communicating via what we call the vMix adapter, written by Hanno Lohuis, that is gathering the information, and it will be displayed on a transparent background, and that will be used as an NDI in stream as an overlay. So that is how the signals all come together.
Yeah, but there's also something else here because you're also using
Yeah.
this one for extra languages.
Yeah, we're using that for extra languages as well, and you can see there's a headphone hanging there. At our important games, we send over via vMix call a signal to London, and in London there is Mr. Korfbal England, Tom Brady, and he is the commentary of all the international Korfbal games, and he will be watching the game. He will be casting the video which we send to him to his television, and he will be sitting there with a headset and a microphone. And via vMix call, we receive the audio back and have a separate stream with English commentary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. About I love it. I also see that we have some new people joining. So watching all the way from Malawi, Africa. Welcome.
Hello there.
Really appreciate you for being here. Let me see if there are any other questions or remarks that the decimator for the win. I actually. I'm a very heavy user of decimators these days, so I love them. And indeed, I also love Sennheiser for their quality of the audio. It's
the belt pack,
good. And I like this comment because that's really what it is: a well-organized production.
Yeah, so I already told you, Petra, that I'm only the proud foreman of this production. We run this gig with about 18 people. Lots of them are in the background. You never see them, but they are unmissable for this kind of productions. Our crew works well together, and since we're all voluntary, there's one thing mandatory, and that is a beer after the game, where we share our what we did today, the minuses, the pluses, what we have to do better the next time. So yeah, that's what I'll tell everybody to if you can join us, but there's one mandatory thing. We drink a beer after the game and evaluate what we can do better. And that's been running now for 10 years. I'm very proud of the crew. We have so much fun together. We really like doing this.
Yeah, well, and it also shows. I mean, I had the privilege to see your team, and I was blown away. And the guy that actually does the replay is a youngster. He's I think 16, 17 years old or something like that.
Yeah, he's 50. It's Gerben. He's our youngster, and nice to tell you, he's just a young bloke. And his mom came to me about 4 years ago, and she told me that Gerben wants to be a cameraman from his 7 years of age on. And he was, well, I said, okay, so let's give him something to do here. And he was working there since he was 9 years old. And he is now really telling us what to do.
Yeah, he did.
And that is so amazing that he grew so literally, not only in length, but in a mindset. And we said, okay, we've got these new cameras. We had them from the first match of this season, and we all thought that the color quality was really bad. And he really made a study out of it. And now all our cameras are equal. They are good. The colors are good. but yeah, he invested so much time in that to get it all equally done. So yeah, really kudos to Gerben, and
Absolutely.
he's just an unmissable person in our crew. Yeah.
I got two videos left that I want to show. They're quite quick. One is about the layouts and the differences between the layouts. So maybe you
Yeah.
could very briefly talk about that. It's a quite a short video, so I'll just stop it again,
Yeah.
just for the sake of it. So here goes.
Yeah, what we see in our layout here, that of course we have a preview in a live screen. Um, as you can see, also we used all the color bars in at the side just under the preview screen. We got all cameras separated, all graphics separated, all input separated. We got about 50 to 70. It's a bit depending on the game inputs which we run over here. And what you can see is that Ronald is having his headphone on, which is our telecommunication system between the floor, the camera people, and our director, and also Theo, which is directing the main screen in the venue, can talk to either of them. If, for example, in the pre-game analysis, the presenter or analyst is talking about a specific player, Ronald or Theo directs to that player to one of the cameramen, so we can interact with those. Ronald can. It's just beneath the screen that Ronald can talk to the commentary and talk to the analyst and presenter via a separate audio way. So he can instruct them, okay, you're going to now see the replay of this and that, and then the commentary or the presenter can talk to there, and Ronald can show those pictures at the wishes of the commentary or either the presentation. Yeah.
What I like about this is that what you see on the right hand side, what is the program out? You see the top and DSC in a colorful way, and this is the one that's actually going to the outside world. This is what is streamed out, so to speak. But if I then go further down the road and go to the in room, you see that's a different look and feel.
Yeah, it's a different look and feel. A couple of years ago, we had the same screen, we had the same broadcast screen in our venue, and we thought, well, people in the venue like to have more information. And the scoreboard on the venue, which you can see now, that was in our live stream. It's small and wasn't that good seeable in our venue. So we made a different scoreboard. On our venue screen. By the way, that information is coming directly out of the remote control from our scoreboard system. It's done via RS485 or is a wireless ID, and we got a Raspberry Pi solution that we read this data string in on RX on the Raspberry Pi IO, and Theo wrote some code that we publish it on a web server in a JSON string, and that JSON string obviously goes to the data sources in vMix, and then as a text overlay over a specific scoreboard. And what you see over there was our scoreboard venue and our stream scoreboard, but our final is played in Rotterdam Ahoy with a crowd of over 10,000 people, and then we deliver this stream to the broadcaster, the national Dutch broadcaster, so they are actually getting this data stream for the scoreboard directly out of our vMix systems.
Boom, there you go. I love it. Yeah, and people are really loving it also online. So if I look here, great thoughts on the scoreboard, says empty. And and also Eric. And matching cams, even as by single manufacturer, can be hard, as the sensors may vary by maker and
Yeah,
model, which is indeed the case. We know.
Eric, that was really something. We took those brand new cameras out of the box, and we thought, well, they're all standard. They're never being used. They're straight out of the box. We installed those cameras, and there was so much color difference between them. And then we started playing and fiddling around. Well, Gerben did, because we could not get it together. Uh, Darkness, lightness, zooming in gives a totally different color spectrum than zoomed out. Um, it was really a pain in the neck, and Gerben did some awesome study on it. Now we've got settings, we backed them up on a USB stick. So every time when somebody hits a button, um, uh, and the settings goes away, Gerben walks down, inserts that stick, reset it all, and then we are sure that we have a good color scheme on those cameras.
Yeah. I also think that this is, we're talking about him. So, yeah, it is really cool that a youngster with passion does all of this. And yeah, he seems to be a vital person of the
yeah,
team.
we also have a 14-year-old girlie, Senna. She is always helping me at the studio, but this weekend she did the walking cam. Well, normally when we have a UK stream, then Senna is directing the venue, the Beamer venue, the Beamer in the venue, and Theo is behind her. So Theo can help her out if she doesn't understand things. But we have to say, um, once it's in working condition, it's all good. They know exactly what to do. But yeah, Theo is also one of our troubleshooting men. When something goes wrong, he steps in and corrects it. So yeah. Yeah, we are really happy now that we are getting those youngsters in.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do it till I'm 75, but
yeah, but I also love that you guys are doing this all on volunteer basis. There's nobody being paid for this.
No.
This is just a hobby that is turned professional, but it's still a hobby, which I like, because that's basically what I also sometimes do. So yeah.
Yeah, Petra, it's all about ambition, right?
Yeah.
And if you have ambition, you want to be good, better, or the best.
Yeah.
And now the top stream is at the best. And still we want some innovation for next year. We are planning to install NDI under the studio camera, so that Gerben directs the in between interviews, and can show something what happened on the pitch, so they can have a conversation about that. So we're still full of things we want, to explore and extend, and that you cannot do. Well, there's this saying, hey, you can do it all alone and then you're going faster, but you can do it all together and you're making much bigger and better shows.
Yeah,
and that's what we do.
And I know that it's even worse or even better. It's Gerben is 14 and Senna is 15.
Gerben is watching. Okay. Hello, Gerben.
Sweet. Okay. Let me see if there are any questions. Well, one remark, which is of course very important. Beer is mandatory, and it really sounds great. So I totally agree with that statement.
So, and Petra, knowing that I don't drink, so
what, you don't drink?
Well, one maybe, but no. Normally that is not the case. I always drink something else.
Yeah, well, let me just say that I only drink one, whatever it is. I only drink one all of the time. Okay. I am not really a heavy drinker. It's more about the fun that you have than something else. I lied a little bit to you because I do have, of course, a video of you
Ah,
working. And I
okay.
just want to end with that because we have been talking to you for almost 1 hour, and want people to see you in your habitat, and maybe you are not part of the production in the sense that you're behind the knobs and the whistles, etc. But you are a vitally important person. Look at this. You're looking at you're trying to help whoever you can, thinking about how you can connect the teleprompter. I think that this was right here. So you are a very vital part of the team. Oh, he's gone.
Thank you, Petra. I've learned to say then, thank
Oh, and he's gone. No. Oh no, not now. Okay, well, I hope that he sees that he is offline because I wanted to thank him. Um, well, that's the way it goes. Let's give it a few seconds to for him to come back. But just in case he does not come back, you did see somebody. Oh, there he is. There he is.
yeah, my stream stopped.
Oh,
You see, even vMix isn't 100% sure.
but
So
you are very fast. You're back, right? So
yeah, just click the link.
I
So
didn't. I
I
wanted to.
told you that I have to that I've learned to say thank you then.
Okay. I think that the next time that I'll see you live, you're gonna kick me or something.
No. No, I'm just
Anyway,
extremely proud on all the guys that work with me, and
yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's it.
really a shame that I live so far away from you guys because I would love
Yeah,
to be part of the team.
yes,
So,
You're welcome. You're welcome anytime.
yeah, I know. I will most likely come in a couple of months or so, sometime in the
Yeah,
future. But really, really, really cool. And indeed, Andre is back, and luckily, that's the beauty of vMix. It might sometimes go into some issues, but as you can see, we can fix it quite fast. Um, Thank you so much, Andre, for having me last Saturday. I really appreciated it. I think that people are very interested in what you've shown them. I mean, three vMix systems are used to produce a, I would say, top-notch production. I think that our Dutch national TV station, NOS, I'm looking at you, can really even learn from how you can do that with less budget, the same quality. I think that
yeah.
that you and your team can be extremely proud, and I see that Gerben is also in the house at the moment. But uh, well done, absolutely great.
Thanks for
Um,
having me, Petra. And I have to say that when she came in, she did not just only look, but she immediately started working with me together, installing all kinds of stuff, and it was very nice to have you. Next year again.
Thank you. I also learned to say thank you, Dan. I think that we have the same
Yes.
idea about this kind of stuff. This is just normal.
Yes.
You just do this, right?
Yeah.
But thanks. Before we leave, do you have anything that you want to tell the people? Where can they find the top website, for example?
Um, Firstly, I like to thank vMix because they are, yeah, at the beginning we gave them so much information to strengthen their product, and usually it was done within months. And now that they've then grown bigger, have the procedures in order, it's taking so much a bit much longer. But yeah, I'll be talking to Tim once in a while and asking, well, Tim, this is why we want this and this and this. And normally it takes a couple of months, and then we get some information back that it will be inserted in the next version or something. So first, a big shout out to vMix. Well, I said it a lots of times more. Big shout out to my crew. Um, yeah, and I hope that Top will be playing the playoffs starting next Saturday against Dalto, who have bit like the same production as we have. Also, lots of cameras, a studio program, commentary, analysis. They do everything the same like us, and hopefully we can win. I think they're a bit too strong for them. They are a bit too strong for us, Petra, but we are so luckily that we are in the playoffs. So yeah, good.
Good. Two final things, or three final things. Eric says it's always interesting to see how people produce their shows and to see sports, which is new to me. And I tend to agree with that. For me, it's also new, even though I have learned over the years how to work with replay. I don't do that too much. So it's always fun to see people actually using that tool because it's really, really awesome. And I also like this one, but yeah, you know why I like this. Because Theo is actually also seeing the show at the moment. Theo was one of the people that were on the video that you just saw. He was actually responsible for the beamer, the projector in the venue, and I think that he did a great job. And actually, he also built all kinds of automation there, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, he wrote all of our scoreboard software. And we are now planning for next season. We're planning to go, because it's been done locally, and we are planning to go to Azure, to let it reveal in Azure, so that all the clubs can use the scoreboards from all of the venues which Korfbal has been played. So that is that's our next big thing. But Theo is also responsible, together with Thomas for our shot clock. We wrote our own shot clock. We have 6 of them instead of 2. There's all based on a Raspberry Pi, changing colors, 25 to 15 green, 15 to 5 orange, and 5 to 0 red. Yeah, they did Theo is a good architect. Thomas is still a youngster. I think he's 22 or 23. Learning a lot from Theo, but we're learning a lot from each other how to approach such innovative things that we can use for Korfbal.
Talking about Thomas.
No, there he is. Hello, Thomas.
Yeah. And we watched the Petrol Prize Friday, indeed, both of us.
Yeah.
Of course, we love vMix. Who doesn't? All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Of course, I hope to see you very, very soon again, André. And of course, I will make a point to at least come to your team once a year, just for the sake of having some fun.
That would be great.
And
we see each other in the IBC anyway.
So that means that we see each other 2 times a year.
2 times a year. That's good.
All right. Anyway, thanks, André. I will stop the show in just a bit. Thank you so much for being here on a Tuesday. Next Saturday will also not be a live show, because I actually have again an event which is also a little bit sport related. It's actually also a championship that is also going to be broadcasted with about 8 cameras or so, and of course I will make videos about that, and hopefully we can have a very quickly afterwards a show, but it's not going to be on Saturday again, but I don't want to wait for a full week, so I will most likely see you very, very soon after the Saturday. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Again, looking forward to your feedback on if you like this kind of content, so that we can bring that to you. If you have not done this before, done it yet, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Like, subscribe if you are on Facebook, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified for future content. Have a fantastic Tuesday evening, and see you next time. Bye-bye.